everyone. Let me see. I have no idea. I don't think I'm breaking any rules because I'm not going to tell you where this is from. I might private message it if you ask. Let's see. Delete. Who sent that? I think that was Nico. When you delete a block of code that you thought was useless. That is funny. I'm reading off Discord. So I didn't stream yesterday. Let's turn that off. Turn speakers on. All right. I go back to general. Let's be there. And I hope everyone is doing well today. I know the lighting is bad, but the site that I'm on has no dark mode. So I don't know how. I know I need to. Tomorrow we're probably going to be working with Astronomer for Airtable. And before everybody jumps on, I may knock out today's video. All right. That's not bad. Not great, but not bad. I think I want to talk about procrastination because I'm actually having that right now. Solving procrastination. New skills. Starting new skills. Learning new skills. Learning. There we go. Learning new skills is scary. All right. Okay. I don't know. Is anybody really here yet? Hang on. We'll get started on this and then we'll start the homework. So like I said, I don't know because I'm going to be vague and you're going to have to try really hard to find out where I'm doing this homework from. But I want everyone to get something out of it, and that's not bad. That's a little bit better. All right. And let me not cut this too short. Learning new skills is scary. Hi everybody, this is Sam with Python Basics. So I'm having to push myself. I've really realizing that if I want to do data engineering, I need to learn about, I know at least 3 new skills. I need to learn Airflow, I need to learn Snowflake, and right now off the top of my head, the others are eluding me. So I want to share what I'm literally going through live. So those things are out there. And I may even do one on procrastination specifically, but just start. And I know that's so scary. So if you don't even know where to start and you're going back and forth, and I noticed this just Saturday or Sunday, I was going back and forth. And what came to mind is what I did on my last few months at Walmart. So I basically laid out a roadmap of high level, so Airtable, Astronomer, Airtable, that it's Airtable nested in Astronomer, I think. And we're actually going to live stream this tomorrow if I can get everything set up. But just the road mapping of it, instead of, because if your brain is like mine, which I have a feeling it is because that's why you're here, I found that I was just going circular and circular and circular because I had no structure. So it was scary because I had no structure. A kid is scared. A toddler is scared. Anyone is scared if there is no structure and the big world is out there and it's just so overwhelming and scary. So what I did is I laid out the videos that I needed to watch in the order in which I think I need to watch them. And I started making notes. So it became less scary, less overwhelming, less intimidating, and I've clicked through some of the stuff, but still it's very, because I'm looking, whenever you look at the whole object or the whole list, it's going to be very scary. But if you're only looking at the list or the task and the item in front of you, it becomes less and less scary. So I'm sharing this with you as I'm going through this very live right now. So you're getting to see me work through a very nerve-wracking and intimidating situation literally as we speak, because I'm trying to upskill and move over to the data engineering space, and I have the skills. I just don't have the technology upskills, because if I needed to jump in and run Snowflake and run DAGs on some sort of Airtable, I would have no idea how to do it. So those are my gaps right now that I'm intending to fill. So I just thought this would be a great time to share this. So anything new is going to be scary, and if you keep saying I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, and you're not actually starting, you're intimidated, you're overwhelmed, whatever bucket you feel like you want to see. So create a roadmap of the things that you need to do. You don't have to do the entire roadmap, because it's probably going to be wrong if you do the entire roadmap. So at least have a day or so, and you'll get into the groove, and you'll start doing it every day. So, all right. Down below is a link to a Discord server. That's where you can join and not be alone and get the help that you need and deserve. And please hit that like, subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss that out on any of these videos or the live streams that we have. But as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. All right, that is today's video. I hope the lighting wasn't too bad. Let's see who all is here. We can close. Oh, whoa. I almost closed all of OBS. That would have been very weird. Hey, Nico, how are you? I'm on Ubuntu Linux, and I have an issue where I'm randomly crashing, so I might randomly display it. Got it. Okay. That is a little weird, but okay. Yeah, we tried to, my son and I tried to set up 2 Linux computers, but we just kind of kept going around in a circle, and we just wanted to try to do it, so we moved on and upgraded our Windows computers, because we wanted to build a network. All right, let's see. Hope everyone is doing well today. I did not stream yesterday, and what was so funny is I think I got the same number of views that I did the last Sunday where I did stream. So I was trying to get some homework done. Well, actually, I was spinning my wheels trying to get homework done, and I was just going round and round in a circle. Whoa. Why isn't that showing? Okay, there we are. And okay, so Linux is very good, but it might self-implode. Well, yeah, I get that. All right, and YouTube is acting weird. I don't know why I care about that replay screen, but I do. I like it. I don't know why. All right, let me keep up with chat, and let's see, Discord. All right, so let me close this. Here we are. So I think we need the actors tables. Actors. Let's run this. I need to, because I don't want to scroll too much. Let's see. Homework. Where is it? Yeah, Snowflake. Snowflake does run on SQL, okay, and Python, and I think so does Airtable. So we're going to be doing Airtable stuff with DAGs. I know nothing about Airtable and DAGs. I doubt we're going to get all of this homework done today. So, and I want to check something. Schedule. Yeah, I want to leave that. And I need to get better at GitHub. We're going to be spending... There we go. Okay. We're going to be spending a lot of time on GitHub, so you're going to be seeing me do that as well. So let's see. Involving actor films. Actor films. I've never seen these tables before, so limit 5. And let's go back. I had, can I leave before? Oh, okay, it's still, all right. I need to break this out. There we go. All right. Your task to construct a series of SQL queries and table definitions that will allow us to model the actor film's dataset in a way that facilitates efficient analysis. Got it. So, let's see. This involves creating new tables, defining data types, and writing queries to populate these tables with data from actor film's data set. All right. Data sets contain where's query 1? All right. Query 1, write a DDL statement to create a table that tracks the following fields for actors in... I may need to drag this off and see for a second what my name is, because I need to create actors historical. We got to find... All right, so... We've never even talked about creating. So does anybody, does everyone know how to create tables? So it's create table. See, I got to look at the syntax of this. Create table. Because most of the time when I got it working, I was in the creating the create insert, create table, and then insert. It is insane what all SQL can do. All right, create table. Table SQL syntax. Syntax. Because there's actually multiple ways. Maybe not multiple, but yeah. All right. And then what I was learning, what I was shocked by was how much... putting an array in an array, putting an array inside a table, which was technically a table inside a table. And I mean, I thought, and that's the only downside of learning on your own is you don't know what you don't know. There we go. All right. So we need to, well, first, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull in. So when you're creating a data set, what you're literally doing is you're going to be querying and then loading it back into. So you're saving compute time, and especially if you're loading and retracting things. So you're constantly. Data sets are always being created from either a data source, like a stream of data, an API, or other database tables, other pipelines, and you're doing this to speed up compute time. So because if you're going to be constantly hitting these very large tables, you're not going to be wanting to do this multiple times. You're going to want to run this as a batch job and load this data in daily. So you're constantly not going and scraping trillions trillions of bytes of data. Yeah, terabytes. Yeah, trillions of bytes, because million, mega, billion, giga. Yeah, terabytes is a trillion. Just wanted to make sure. So all right. So here we are. Actor ID. Here we go. Actor. We're going to see anything in chat. Your query was canceled or failed. Vinky, how are you doing today? Is it? Okay, I'm going to pull this out for a second. I have that. I have that. I have that there. I need to pull out the homework so I can see it. Yep. There we are. And then I can jump back. Oops. Oh, there we go. Now I can see that. So, Vinky, we're looking at, there's nothing you can follow along. I guess, I don't know if you were here when I recorded today's video, but I'm been avoiding this bootcamp homework because I am very overwhelmed. So I have some work that I've got to do, but I also thought it would be handy for everybody to see me talking about this. The bootcamp contains the data set of the following fields. Actor. Oh, it is actor films. Sorry. And tomorrow, if I get everything done today, we're going to be looking at Airtable. No. Airtable was the productivity table that I used to use. Airflow. So actually scheduling of jobs and writing Python. So you got to get the SQL. You have to get your SQL queries working, and then you have to have the instructions of having everything work, loading it all up in, following those instructions, and blah 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 blah. So all right, the assignment involves actor films. So I need to write a query for the table that tracks the following fields for each actor in the actor films table. Is active. Start date. Okay. So I need to create a new table for are they active? All right. So I'm trying to be vague. I want to stream and share and be here for anybody who has questions. But I also, if anybody finds this boot camp, doesn't go and because I don't know how, because I'm probably pushing the limits of putting this content out on a live stream, but you're gonna have that the boot camp changes every quarter, so I don't think I'll tell anybody. I think I have everything hidden. You can probably figure it out, but I may just stream and then make it private. That actually might be what I do. Is you have to be here to watch it live, and then I won't make it watchable after. That might be what we do. Did I not change this back? Seriously? All right. What issues are you having? Well, right now I'm just trying to step through the homework, and I don't want to slide over if I slide over the question, then, are you talking about the issues of the query or staying focused and getting things done? Because I have all I have all sorts of issues. I'll read that later. No, I have all sorts of issues. So I try to. The reason why I really it's self therapy. and sharing the challenges and the struggles that I have, so people can just know that they're not by themselves. But yeah, issues personally or with the challenge. Like I said, I have a great day because I don't know, not having a job is starting to wear on me because now I'm focused. I feel like I'm focusing on the wrong things. And trying to stay busy, but am I being busy with the right things? That's because I'm realizing that the gaps that I have with Snowflake, Airtable, Airflow, and I think there's one other technology that I am missing. There we go. I think that's everyone. There we go. All right. So we need to find. So I need to do some math. Their year. Okay. So the points that we have is. Let's see. I pulled this out. That's why I did that. I pulled this out, and I guess it's on GitHub. You guys could accidentally stumble across it. I don't think the data sets are in here though. All right. Is active. The following fields for each actor in the actor tables. No, this table should be appropriately modeled for a type 2 slowly changing data. Yeah, there's all sorts of things that I have been unaware of. All right. Start date. So we need basically group by. All right. There we go. All right. I don't know. Ooh, current year. So so let's just kind of go through this. Actor, then year, min, year. I think we'll still do 5. Group by actor. I think I'm going to need to change because I think this sees that as a keyword. All right. Iceberg. That's the other thing. So yeah, I knew that there was something else. Okay, so and year. So basically, this is their start year as start year, and then we'd also need current. So if we're getting start date, so we have that, end date, and then is active. All right. Max end date. But that needs to be a case when. Because, and then order by, so also if okay, you have SV. So this is a boot camp that I signed up for, and this is on their website. And what it is they are it's a database that they have set up on the back end through this interpreter. And so then we are actually going to be working on creating pipelines. So what I need to do is, one, create a query, and then I'm going to then be creating a new data set on this. So I don't know if anybody's ever taken, because it's actually very interesting. I was hoping to do this. So what you do is you actually take a query, nest it inside a insert statement, and then you load in, and then we would create a table of the output. And it is very, very interesting. So in this example, what we need to do is we're going to be creating and having this be, let me make sure I'm reading this right. So on this, there's multiple steps here. One, I need to create the table, and it needs to be designed for slowly changing dimensional table. Because, and I need to go and read back my notes about that. So this is a very, very real world problem. Because we need another is active over here. And so I guess, since there is no date, so I guess if they're current, I need to get, what does this run on? This is, I think this is Postgres. So I need to find Postgres, and I need to make another column is active, and I needed to design this so as this pulls and goes through, it can, as it runs, it needs to check and see if is active true or false. And I need to look and see, I don't know if it's a Y or a true. We're just going to go with true. We'll do this. True, false. Then I need to go and relearn how to do. And then tomorrow, if I would get this done, we'll be doing this, and you'll get to see me struggle through setting up Astronomer. So, because I'm going to be focused on all this week, and I'm basically like a week behind. So hence the probably tomorrow's video about procrastination, and maybe learning about Airflow and what does it take to become a data analyst. But the building blocks for a data analyst are you've got to learn SQL, because then you're going to take and you're going to create then you're going to need to write a Python script to import all of these things. All right. So I need to note that the table should be appropriately modeled as types 2 slowly changing. Let's do type 2 slowly changing dimensions. Let's read. Let's read this. All right. Okay. Type 1 is overwrite. Type 2, okay, add new row. All right, method tracks. See, I've already forgotten what. All right. So method tracks historical data by creating multiple records for a given natural key in the dimension table with separate surrogate keys. All right. See, I did not think that we'd be doing, so the end date would be null. Add to, type 2 is add new row. Current flag. Okay, here we are. Current flag, yes or no? Here we go. This is what we need this to be. Supplier key, effective date. All right. And let's see. Anyone have any questions? Let's see. All right. Had a feeling we'd lose a lot of people with this, but I get it. But I also thought, who knows, it might be helpful for individuals to see me walking through and doing these things, because I know data engineer is a very niche. Because I don't think I want to be an analytics engineer. I really don't care about the visualization. I just really don't. And most of the business partners now are getting halfway decent at SQL. They're not great, but they can tweak and adjust and just get the data that they need. And with platforms like Dataiku out there, it's going to make it a lot easier. All right. Type 4, add history table. I think that's what I was doing a lot. I was adding a history table. Type 5, combined approach. All right. So this is the third method of the second type. All right, I guess I need to start learning these. Another method is add an effective date. And then the third method, use the effective date and a current flag. Current flags indicates the current tuple version. Okay. All right, so one, I need to, oops. Oh, it's right here. All right, so I need to get is active. So let's save that. I need, what do I need? Alter is for fields. Alter. I never used alter. We used update. Alter. You know what? Let's look. Duplicate. Alter. Alteryx. Alter. SQL. Oh, alter is when you need to change the. So if you need to change the entire table, that was it. No, update is for the field. So you would get like a row, like you would get a row identifier, or you'd want to make sure, or if hey, everyone in Florida, we're gonna alter. We're going to update and change it from Florida to FL. But alter is like if you needed to extend, like change the data type, change, or add, yeah. Alters that. Because I got lucky and was, dbeaver did a lot of that work for me it was visual. It was GUI. So I would go in and use their user interface, and then I would get the script, and then I would hit premise. I forget the term, but then I would make it happen. But yeah, alter is changing basically the structure of the table or a column. Persist, and then you would hit the persist button, and it would say like go. So all right, we need to get Postgres, current year, SQL Postgres. Current year, yeah, I was adding a user to my SQL workbench. So I went on using alter. Add a user to... wait a minute. You didn't use just insert? I guess I may not be understanding. Hang on, let me finish typing this. ADHD, my bad. And then we'll come back to Venn keys. Postgres... current date. There we go. Postgres current date. How do you get Postgres now? All right. So now current year. Postgres current year. Partition current date year. Current day. Postgres is kind of the better of all of them. I like it. It has current date year. Let's see, let's go back. How to extract year from date. How do I get current month and year? Postgres SQL. Date partition, date field interval from interval. Interval 10. No, I don't want interval. I want... That says interval, and I clicked interval. I did. From an interval, I bet. Oh, extract. All right. Current date, extract. Extract day, extract hour. Extract month. This year, timestamp. Select year from timestamp. Really? Okay. The root user was not accessing key for some reason, so I had to add a new user to it. That's where I used alter to modify. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I get it. To use the... Yeah, you had to... That sounds awful. That's... Yeah. That sounds... So the root user wasn't accessing the key? That would give me a panic attack. Okay. All right. Extract quarter. Let's try this. This sounds awful. But if it works, extract year from timestamp. Extract year from current date. Let's see if this works. Let's just get this to output. Extract year. What was that? Extract year. Well, here. Extract year from now. True. Let's just try this. I think I'm covering enough stuff. Yeah. Great. Okay. Not that much. Okay. Oh. There. No way. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. So that worked. So now I want is active. See, this is why you need to just start. Okay. All right. It's never. Okay. It's never as bad as you think it is. It's another video. So I knew I had to sit down and just start doing this, and I used the YouTube channel to facilitate and to motivate and to just get me going because, well, one, I'm not actually alone, even though it's just chat. We have our core group that comes here, but iteration. Now, I could never do this as a young person, but let me save this. Save. You just have to start. I promise. Just start. There we go. All right, so here we are. So now I need actor, start date, end date is active. That's what I need to create. And let's see. So now I don't need this, but I need a case when. So case. Well, one, let's see if we can get this to be, because we need this and this to be the same. So case when I've seen some changes on, let's see what is going on. Oh, I don't need to forget to change that. All right. So if this case when equal to right, equal to, that's a lot of spaces. Yep. Then true, else false, end as, get rid of that. I get rid of that. Now let's try this. Let's run this. Let's see how we're doing. So Venki, you have a lot of, I don't want to get into your business. Do you run databases? Because that sounds pretty database. Why is this going? I want that to be a Boolean. Okay, so what I'm trying to think of is, because I'm returning, how do I do? Because I want it, that doesn't feel like that is false and true. So let me get rid of everything. Because now, but I need to make this a type 2 table. So how do I make this a type 2 table? So end year if all right, so let's go back to our type 2 table. Because we would want to make this a slowly changing type 2, add new row. Method tracking historical data by creating multiple rows for a given key. No. Stated date time of 2 rows is equal to end date from the previous row. Null end date in row 2 in row 2 indicates the current tuple version. Maybe we don't need to be on Wikipedia. Want to go to Microsoft's. Learning skills is scary, and yeah, I started using tables, just baby steps. Do you use it? Because again, I don't want to put your business out there because you private messaged me that. Are you doing this as like work, or you would manage that to make your work easier? Because those are two different things. Like this is what we do. I guess I could read Oracle. I want to read Oracle because they're the database. I guess you have Azure. Okay, slowly creating value overriding. All right. Is this to screen? Is this fitting? Almost. I don't want to move this because, all right, so let me go back and check this and make sure this doesn't show anything. All right. Move that over a touch. Now we can read this. All right, type 2. So this needs to be a type 2. This was the assignment. Type 2 SCD retains the full history of values. All right. When a value of a chosen attribute changes, the current record is closed, a new record is created, then the change data values of the new record becomes current record. Each record contains the effective time expiration date to identify the time period between. Oh my God. Okay. Creating another dimensional. Maybe we want to read Microsoft's. Let's read Microsoft's. All right. Dimension type 2. Source table. Source table. Why are they doing this for dyslexic people? Seriously? All right. This is the same number. I remember when I got on this one team at work, there were two individuals, and they were both Lyft drivers. So that's a small group, and you need those people all the time. You're sending them to go do specific things all the time and assigning them systematically with your computer, with your desktop. One was 1112 and the other one was 1121. That's the same number to a person like myself. All right. So let's see. Microsoft's actually may be better. Is current. And there's the hash key. Dimension table. Maybe I do need to read this. Logic to identify the changes. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Binary to text. Never seen that. Text to binary. Text combine. List transform. All right. Holy moly. Custom column formula. There's the hash key region. New record. Left outer. All right. I know I'm not going to get all this stuff done by the time of the boot camp ending, but the organizers said we do have access to all this stuff for 2 years, so maybe, or excuse me, 1 year, so maybe in the next few months I can dimensional table indicate. Okay, all right, dimensional table, historical table of all states that the source table had, defined by custom logic to identify changes and effective dates of those changes. All right. If I had, oh, how's the mic? How's the volume on the mic? Because I'm getting up to, just hit a yellow, but I don't know. All right, so we are working. So if you're just joining us, we are deep diving into dimensional database design. Let's put that in because we're gonna be on here for about another hour. Dimensional data. That didn't spell dimensional. Dimensional database design. There we go. And I have a database leak code as the on my card, so that's not good. So we at least have, well, a query that medium works, but it's not changing. Does anybody have any questions about the case when? This is the easy part. Figuring out how to make this a type 2 table. Because so I guess technically we would probably have this run, I don't know, monthly. So that's also part of this data engineering thing, is you're constantly going this query returned 1,000 results. All right. So we have possibly, but if we think about it, we're going to be adding new users. Now the problem is, as we're inserting this in, think about this in flowing, and that's why this is a very good challenge. So their end date, they wouldn't have it. So also we need to make it where their end date is, so if we think about it, if it's not in here, add it. If it is in here and they're still active, that's what I'm struggling with about how to make this design. Because if you run this every week, so I guess one, you have to figure out, so movies come out every week, so we'd probably run this weekly. We'd run this weekly, all right, and then if a new actor puts out a new movie, so that would be a new row. So of course, then they'd have no end date. So would we have end date be null? Yeah. So if end date, so all right, let's kind of redesign this. This is also this, but we tweak it a little bit. Oopsie. Let's come here. Copy. We're in front of as. Need one comma. So all right. If max year is equal to year now, then null, else max year. All right, let's run this again. Is anybody? Okay, order by. Where? Let's see if anybody's active. Where is active equals true? Which I feel like this is not. I'm not actually getting a. What did this say? All right. Oopsie, don't want to go up that far. Line 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So where is active? So I think I have this going in as a. That's not a Boolean. All right. Let's look at something. Cast. Now I really want to make this work. Cast true. All right, where? Query was canceled. I feel like this is a string. Then we need to set up. Then we also need to do, when we're going to insert this, we need to then create a table. All right, this is enraging me. All right. We're going to order by start date, start year, descending. All right, so that's the most. Everybody's going to be false. Can you add number of movies to the current year? Add number of movies to the current year. Add number. I guess we can. That's not the ask. And walk me through. You're just doing that out of an exercise, so we'd want to count. So number of, like, if they put out more than one movie, that's it. Yes, we could 100% absolutely do that. Let's see. But my concern is how many, because I don't believe. I gotcha. Add number. What I want to make sure is I don't want to be creating. I don't want to be creating, especially if, because I don't know if I'm following the rules right here. Slowly changing dimension type 2. Because right now, I would be, if they put out a movie every year, I would have multiple rows. And it's slowly changing. So what am I? Type 4, type 2, understanding slowly changing. Who's this group of people? Okay, don't know them. Let's see. No. All right. Let's go back. That's type 4. Let's go back to slowly. Let's go back to, is that in? It is. Okay. Type 2. All right. Retains the full history of values. All right. When the value of a chosen attribute changes, the current record is closed. A new record is created with the changed value, and the new record becomes current record. Each record. Oh, also, if you see record, that is also row. That is the exact same. So if you see row or record, field, column, same, record, row, same. All right. Each record contains the effective time and expiration time to identify the time period between which the record was active. All right. Because I'm trying to think what the purpose. So if I have a new record, so they were active, and I close the record. So then that means that I'd be updating. So I need to be okay, if I'm updating, so then in this query, in this insert statement. So first, once we get this design right, I'm going to need to go in and change. So I need to write into this query if basically, and this isn't exactly the right thing because you can go away. Oh, that's actually, now I get why they're doing it. If they're inactive, that means they didn't put a movie out that year. So then because I think there's one for basketball for retirement and coming out because there's several actors who quote unquote retired and then came out, so they're technically retired and inactive, and then they become, so then they're okay, walk with me through this. New that was the weekly schedule. Sorry. Because I want to share and talk about this, but I also don't want to put their too much of their content on the internet. But I also then, if you want to sign up for it, want to encourage you to sign up for it. Because I don't think you can sign up for this. Wait a minute. I don't know. They have way more subscribers than I do, so I don't think I can hurt them. But I guess I should probably be. But I'm being vague. We're just talking about database design, right? Slowly changing SCDs, slowly changing designs, slowly changing dimensions. Creating another dimension record. Type 2. Creating a current field. Nope, we're on type 2. Here's note. Type 2 and type 3 are available. Oh, it's sales. Do not keep history. All right. Because if you were to run this on January, and also I guess, yeah, you wouldn't want to add a new record if you ran this every week and they didn't have a new movie. All right. So that is also because in this table, actor films, we need to design that and think about that. So if they do not have a new film, we do not want to add a record because we'd just be constantly adding the same things over and over and over again. So we'd actually be testing where movie not in Where movie not in. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We need to design against that too. Okay. I don't know. I'll go over that again in case I did not say that well enough. So I think you release movies every week. So I think we'd run this on like a Sunday, because sometimes we have movies come out on Thursdays, and if it's before Christmas, they may do Christmas Day, but we can just pick Sunday, maybe Monday. One of those, we can worry about that. So weekly. So then we would check and see. Let's see. Bella Murphy. Who's somebody who would be in here who has a lot of movies? Who is in a couple movies a year? Because we wouldn't want to add, and we want to test this. All right, this is where I'm going with this. All right. Let's just pick next. Next. Who's somebody that would have a lot of movies? All right, here's a gap. Because here's an example. So when we ran this in 20 weeks of 2019, and then inactive, if they didn't make a movie. All right, let's let's check this out. Select. Let's just see what the data looks like, and then we can go from there. Select star from copy where actor. All right. Run. There we go. Battle in space. Armada attacks. Excuse me. All right. So if we were to run this every week, and we would put a constraint on here of insert into, and we'd go where, and we would check the table that so we're going to be writing into a table. We're going to be, first we need to create a table. Then we're going to write into the table. You have to think of this in intervals, because whatever our query or our insert statement is going to be, it's going to run every week. So if we were to run this query every week, we would have multiple rows of data for any actor for that week with that movie, unless we put a constraint in here where, so on the insert, and once I get this insert working, I will show you, but it's very, very cool. We were to do, so if I were to go insert into table, I'd have to look. Oh, I have to look it up. Insert into active. We'll call it active, and then so then I have my my column names or my field names. So it would be like right here. I would name them start year. So it would be this. It'd be start year. End year. Well, one, I've already changed the. Let's fix this. End year, right? Oh. Nope, I was wrong the other way. End date is active. Now, I will tell you where you will have an issue. Now, I can't remember if right here with Postgres, if we're going to need to have as date, possibly. I can't remember. As bool. There you go. Oh yeah. So once I did that, that would solve this. Okay. And then insert into, I don't want to put this here because you're going to see my username and I don't need that. blank, 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 blank. And then, so what you're going to run into is, I will tell you, counting is your friend. SQL is great, but it is very, so 1, 2, 3. So stars, you can run into an issue with this, because you don't know how many columns you have here. So like right now, this would fail if I ran this, because I have 3 columns and this table has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will not work and crash because it says, hey, you want to put 7 columns in 3, and I don't know how to do that. So, and then I'm going to get better at putting arrays inside of tables, and it's literally just a table inside a table, and it is so cool. Like, I was blown away by it. So you can, and then you're gonna, now that I can get changing of records, because then you can go in and append the last value. Is that what we do? Or would we update? Maybe that's what we're doing, and we're updating. This is also why I like thinking out loud. So maybe instead of multiple records, oh my goodness, my wife's working through some stuff at work, and she's got her hands full. She's a tough lady. Well, she's married to me. She's a tough lady. So, but she works in a QA department of some pretty important stuff, and she's been documenting some integrity things, and she's I feel for her, because it's not easy when you're the one with the higher morality and the higher ethics, because people typically have lower ethics because they just don't know. But all right, back to here. So I think I may get it. So basically we would do, I don't know if we can do an update and a insert. I guess we could do a case when. I don't know. This is why this is very exciting and very cool. So, all right. So this is, so if we think about it, and then inside of here, so we'd say, so insert into with this, and, oh, I wish I had syntax still, but I believe where where film ID not in here. So basically what we'd be saying is insert this actor with these things when this is not present. So it would only add, I don't know how costly that would be to check. No, because it would be checking along this, so it wouldn't be checking the entire table. It would only be checking our summarized table. And then also, let's go back to see what we would be doing. And also all of this would be down here in this select statement, and we would tweak it a little bit. So let's see. If we had, so end year, let's do a date range so we can actually test and see. Let's do an and. Have we done multiple where clauses? So I can show, oh, I don't have a where. Where? And select. And then drop table. Drop table. So you think that sounds like or delete table sounds like you're deleting the table. You're deleting the contents of the table. Drop table is I'm dropping the entire table. Wait a minute, what? It doesn't like this. Or act or, let's get rid of that. Sorry, my watch is telling me I'm being lazy. I wish I could wear my watch during jiu-jitsu so it'd be proud of me. I have not been sleeping well at all. I get up. I want to sleep 8 hours like I used to. Wait a minute. What? All right. What does this not like? Group by actor. Year start. Oh. Run this. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to change this and tweak it. We're going to go back in time here. We're going to go back to, let's see, how many... we're going to get a string of dates. We're going to change this a little bit. From 20 2021 dash 09 dash 01. Let's see if that worked. Find date extract. Wait a minute, we're using extract year from string date SQL. What did I do last time? How did I get extract year from? There we go. Here we go. Let's run this. Doesn't like. Substring date. No, what? Okay. Extract year from, cast as date. Let's try this. We're getting way into the weeds, but that's how you learn things. As date cast. Mismatched input. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I probably need the same. Do I need the same date here? Let's find out. Let's experiment. Let's run this. Line 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Max year equals max year. Okay, that design is wrong. All right. Max year, max year. Max year of the table. Oh. That is a... Their max year, their... Okay, this is calling out, okay, this validation round is, so that design is flawed. So if it is, if the date of the movie, so what, okay, let's go back for a second. Start movie. Let's go here. All right. Yep. This max year is wrong. Okay, and what I mean by wrong is, all right. So I'm grouping by. So, and that was me instinctively just wanting to see. So that this design max year of each time that would go through. Because what I want to know is the year of the movie. Okay, this is why messing with your data is so important. Oh my goodness. All right, so year of the movie. So we want to group by the film ID. Not the actor ID. Maybe we do want max. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back through this. All right, so if no, I'm going back and forth because if we write this on the actor ID and they have the max here, we would miss a film. And then also if we were to do, Because if we look down writing on the actor ID, what happens if they put another film in? But I guess we're just looking for the actor ID. We don't need to look at the film, because if the film is in there, and we do not want to do film ID because there are actors who could put out more than one movie a year. All right. Let's see why this is failing again. So max year. Because if we do this, we can just change. Let's change this back. Does this handle? This does handle. I love that. I'm so grateful he put this, being able to handle Control Z's. There we go. All right. Max year equals. Let's just do 2021. Do we know if it's a digit or a string? We're going to find out. We're going to find this out right now. Okay, so that worked. And there is a lot of people. And then we would check and see if the actor is present in this. We would check and see if the actor was present in our results table. And if that actor is not present in our results table, we would insert them. But now the trick is, so what happens if next year is active? And what would be the design and what would be the design rules of this? Because if we ran this on January 1, everyone would be non-active. If we ran this on January 1 and only one, and it was January 1, it was a Sunday, and that was our rule, and we ran it, and no movies came out, everyone would be inactive by this design. And technically, I don't think, or would we go the previous year, if they didn't complete a movie by the end of that year, would we then make them inactive? That's what I'm thinking. Or maybe even the month. But see, this is what is so challenging about these type of things, is a constant, consistent rule of how to go about it. So that's one problem. But two, we need to have this where, because would I make them inactive? Because would we want because where my brain is going with this is, would I want another, because what I was almost thinking, I'd have another shadow column of actor and then like display, but that is a waste of information. So let's go back to the assignment. All right. Write a DDL statement, I guess. All right. DDL statements allow you to remove, edit, and add database objects. Some of the most common DDL statements you'll execute include create, drop, commit, alter, and more. So, all right. So that's what there we are. So we need to update. So case when. So if they're in there. So if they're in here and they have a movie, they're active and they have no end date. If we run this again, maybe we run this yearly. Yep, we run this once a year on January 1. If they had a movie the previous year, there we go. So all these things are very important. When you run it, how you're going to collect it, how you're going to design it. So it's going to run once a year because it's a yearly. Don't know why I missed that. So it's a yearly range. Start and end, and it is active. So on January 1, if they had a movie that came out now -1. So all right, let's look at this for a second. We're gonna add. So here's how we're gonna use. Let me show you this. It goes right here. Previous year. Where was that? Extract. Extract. Year. Is it year from? From now. I've already lost it. Extract date time. Yeah, from. Extract year from now as previous. So I'm going to show you that. Don't want to know that run the whole thing because that will crash because I had an insert statement and blah, 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 blah. All right. Now, so that's now. Whoopsie. Not supposed to see that. Then -1. So now I'll have previous year, 2023. So then I will do let's see. If end date basically, did they have a movie last year? So now we could figure that out. We got about 9 more minutes. So basically, here's how I would get. So we'd run this on January 1. Did they have a movie released anywhere between with their max year here, their max year? We could even test this even more. So we could take this and we would do if max year is equal to Yeah. So we're going to go minus 3. Run this. So here's changing, altering a DDL. So this is why I'm doing this. All right. So start year. So let's see where. All right. Did we get this to work properly? I don't think this does not like this. Where? Okay. And the movie came out in 2021. So we're going to try this. Okay, didn't highlight. It's crashing on my insert because I did not create a schema. It's like, hey, what is this active? All right, so here we are. So now, I'm going to drop this. I just want to get this. I want everyone to see this right here. And then we'll check and make sure. So so they had a movie here. So and then we're going to, if we have time, go back, and the people who had, we'll go back to 20. Jess. Did this person have I don't even know. Jess Gabor? All right. Is active true? All right, so we have a little bit of a problem. That design is awful. That's not going to work. Because this is 2021, then we should, because then we also then have to design it. What happens if they come out of retirement, and what would happen? Then we'd have a restart if we'd have a gap. Hey, you heading out?
Yeah.
You got enough stuff?
Yeah.
All right. How you feeling?
Could be better.
I'm sorry, man. All right. I love you. Hope your day goes fast. All right. If I can do anything for you, let me know. Let's see. Let's see. How long have we been on? We've had some folks come and hang out today, which I appreciate. Everyone here is a pretty good soundboard. So in this instance, we would want this to have an end date and is active. False. All right. That's if we're... And then if it runs again... If it runs again and they have a gap... If they have a gap between... What would we do? I don't know if this... I mean, I understand the data set and what we're trying to accomplish here. Because we're tracking... Let me reread the... All right. Write a DDL statement to create my username, actor's history, SD table that tracks the following fields for each actor in the actor's film table. Is active, start date. Now that this table should be appropriately modeled as a type 2 slowly changing table. Okay. Oh, I think I see query 2. Holy moly. Right, because equal to which the incremental queries that can populate a single year worth of actors' history, and that can be combined in the previous. I think I might need to ask my little cohort group who's done this, because this is the job of backfilling. Because then if they come back, because I guess that's what he was trying to tell us about backfilling. And it needs to be efficient, because you will need to backfill and change this. Start and end date, because if they have more than one movie, so if then another movie comes out the next year, I wouldn't do a new record. I would go in and change the end date to another end date. And then if they don't have another movie the following year, the end date would stay the same, but my active would change. Whoo! Okay. I don't even know it. Okay. This is why data engineering is not that simple. All right. Brush. All right, so here's my table. Third of the way. Third of the way. So it hits big said table. Reads. If it's a new entry, they get start date, end date. If end date is, start date, end date is active, yes, because that's their first entry. All right, then the next row, they're here again. If they're in here and their end date year is the same, leave is active. All right. Then if, oh boy, then if it happens, then the following year, all right. So then the following year comes, they have no movie. They're in here. They're not in this results table, which is the results table. They're not in here. Their end date stays the same. And then there is active. Then there is active goes to no. All right. That's what will change, because then if they are in here, and if then the results table, here's another one. So then if they are in here and it's not this year, then we update this year to this results table year, and is active stays the same. That is some awful lighting. Can I do a black background on that? I don't know. All right. How long have we been on? Hour and 45 minutes? Let's see. Hour and 45 minutes. All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming to hang out. Any questions so far right now? Look, this is me stretching me and me sharing. So I don't know how much value you're going to get from this, but I'm doing this so you can see that this is not easy. But if I can do this, you just have to start. You just have to start. And as you're going through, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be murky. But the process is to improve. And once I get this, I think I can scroll here and not mess up anything. once I get this going, I'll show you. I don't think I'll mess up anything if I show you the query, but I've got to get this working, and then get this written to my table, because then I think the backfill will happen later. So, all right. And then if they come back, yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Hey, Alex. Oh, I'm not going to quit. That's actually, don't quit the stream, or don't quit it at all. You talking about the stream? Because you just get jumped on. I can hang out. You want to kind of recap of what I'm doing right now? Or are you just trying to encourage me not to quit? Because no, I appreciate it, Alex. How have you been? Haven't seen you in a while. You're probably busy like all of us are. It's weird being unemployed. I feel like I'm busier than I have been ever. Both. All right. So I'll stay on a little bit more for Alex. Alex has been around a while. So this boot camp that I joined, it's pretty intense. And so what we're doing is, on this platform, they have quite a few databases. But the concept of data engineering is to streamline and make the data more easily accessible. And so in this instance, we're going to be creating we're being asked to create a data set pipeline that is going to automatically run and automatically update, because that's the point of building pipelines, is the automation of information. Tables or dashboards do that, but the amount of energy that is behind it can be very, very costly if the data is spread around. And if you can make this more concise and make the data more easily accessible and more cleaner and already aggregated. So I would be doing, especially if this table is going to be used, or this information is going to be used 100 times, building one pipeline to ensure this data set is accurate and more cost efficient. So if other people downstream are running this same base query in their information that they're gathering, think about that. That becomes 100 times more expensive. Where if I put this and create a pipeline and create this data set, that then now this data set is being queried, and other individuals I appreciate it. Other individuals can use this table that's already been queried, put together, packaged. Then that saves compute cost down the road. So that took me a while to understand what the benefits were and why data engineers are so valuable. Is to give you an idea, this individual that I'm studying from has had an immense history in Silicon Valley with a variety of places, and the information that he worked on, everyone was using it, and the amount of compute that was being spent for this one kind of aggregate was $2 million. And the real caveat is it really wasn't 100% accurate, because everybody was doing it slightly different. So the immediate cost was $2 million, but the decisions being made from there with inconsistent data, that's kind of it's very challenging to track that. But the amount of times that those tables were being hit, that was easily trackable. So that when then he did is he got with all these other teams that were using this upstream, and said, hey, why don't I build this pipeline? We all agree on these definitions. I will have this. It will run. I will own it. Then you won't have to deal with anything that changes or breaks or blah, 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 blah. So then it went from $2 million down to $50K. So that is where he got a huge raise. So those type of things, like this right here, if we can clean this up, and when we clean this up and we go from here where everybody is doing this type of query, and there's so many people who's running this exact query over and over and over again. So it's rework and duplicate work, and that's pointless, where then we can go back and have aggregated data or historical data, where then we don't need to go and find out what would that be, Garbo? Greta Garbo? Ava Gabor. That's who I'm thinking of. I wonder if Jess is her son. So these type of things have value. I was like, how can this be that important? Well, when you're getting rid of duplicate work, that is because then you then divide and conquer and can accomplish a lot more. So that's a quick summary of what I'm working on here. I am actually getting very, very hungry. So is there anything pressing? And we also I need to really understand. I'm probably going to message my group about, but I think I need to make this. So I need to make this where create, drop, remove, edit. We wouldn't remove, but we would edit or add. So if it's already in there, we're going to update, because we wouldn't want to create a new row. So that answers that. And then if it's not in there, we're going to insert. So we won't remove. If it's not in there, we'll add. So we'll insert. But edit. That is going to be... Never done that. I know I've done a control where if it's not in there, I insert it. I've written those insert statements, but I've never done if it's in there and I need to update. So that will be interesting. And we'll need to update on actor key, because you would not update on actor's name, even though the Actors Guild is pretty stringent about that. But you would update on this, because that's a key. Thought I was gonna sneeze. Okay, that is awful coloring. Let's go back to here. Not great, but better. All right. Let's see. Anything super pressing? How do I get income right now? There is no income. I'm on the search for a just past 2 months. I'm probably around 10 months. No. I'm coming up on 3 months. So probably 11 weeks. I got a pretty good severance package. So I'm very grateful for that. So I can do this and I can upskill, because I believe I can get what I need in the next couple months. Because I can already write SQL. I can problem solve. So let's kind of talk about that for a second. So I'd be learning a new, learning Airtable, learning Snowflake, learning Iceberg. But how to use those things, all of those are learnable skills, because I already am proficient at problem solving. If you can write queries or write algorithms for scripts and programs, you can do all these other things. Like we were right here building this last whatever that was, where we were coming through and solving these tests, and we can design the algorithm. Going to learn Iceberg and Airflow is not going to be that complicated. I just need to get it and become efficient at it. Not proficient, but just learn enough to be able to say, I know how to create a DAG, I know how to schedule a job, I know how to write my script to operate this flow, those type things. But those are very similar. Those are going to be very close to template based. I mean, it's going to have the same objects in there, because it's a lot of object oriented programming from what I've seen, where you're going to be ooh, is that better coloring, or is that really red? All right, that was interesting. All right, that looks halfway decent. But problem solving, that's why I jump up and down and keep making a big deal about doing these problem solvings, because that's what you're going to spend so much more time. Where is it? I want to hit the right one. Yeah, this right here. Building this. This is what you're going to spend most of your time on. How does it work? What am I going to be backfilling? What am I going to be loading in? What am I going to be adjusting? You're going to spend so much more time on this than going and setting up the airflow job. You just are. I don't even have to know much airflow. I mean, I'm sure. Oh, I already getting that installed. Oh, and Docker. I need to learn Docker as well. But that looks like so much like DOS commands and GitHub. You should work on video thumbnails for YouTube viewers. It's super important. Yes. Oh, I know. How long have I been streaming today? Yeah, my thumbnails are probably the weakest part, because my click-through rate is bad. But Alex, how long have I been streaming today, or how long has my YouTube channel been around? Because I've done a few streams on and off, but basically really been streaming for the past 2 months. And like today, and these niche markets of no one really is. Everybody wants to do something really, really fun, cool, and exciting, and nobody really likes. It's a smaller group for SQL. And especially since we are Docker's very handy. Oh, so you know Docker? See, I know nothing about Docker. I just installed that over the weekend, and I was having such a hard time doing it. My YouTube channel is coming up on 8 years old, because of I started in March of when I turned 40. So I'm about to turn 47. Turn 48 in December. So March will be 8 years. So I've been doing this a long time. So being on camera I don't know. Probably doing Zoom meetings and those probably helped some. Let's see who all has been, because I didn't stream yesterday. I didn't have a really big spike, but I also didn't miss out on a lot of viewers. I got 418 views yesterday. But yeah, I think there's a lot more YouTube channels coming out with Python, because I've been losing viewership, been gaining subscribers substantially, but also I'm showing more fundamental skills, and that's get a Udemy course to learn Docker. It's super easy. Oh, where I am right now is we're covering all that. So I have access to a pretty top end individual, and we have office hours today, and I'm gonna be in there all day with my hand up. It starts here in a little bit. So I may start wrapping up here in a minute. So I think we're at 2 hours right now. Yeah. Let's go back here so the coloring isn't that bad. All right, there we are. Any other quick questions that I can answer before I drop? And then I need to edit this. Edit that one. We'll do this in a few days, probably a day or so. I may do a Python video tomorrow because I think everybody is getting burned out on the SQL stuff. But any questions? Going once, going twice. Let's see. Nico was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still here. Venki, thanks for popping in. Sounds like you do have quite a bit of database experience. Might lean into what you know about type 2. Which of your short, medium term? What are your get a job? Trying to upskill. My short is upskill and get fill in all my gaps of Airflow, Snowflake, because I think those are my big hurdles that are missing off my resume to even get an interview, because I'm not even being interviewed right now, and that's driving me nuts, because my resume is my worst thing, my interviewing is my second worst thing, and then actually being employed is the best thing, where a lot of people have them all in reverse. Their resume, that all they do is work on their resume and they job hop, and it drives me bananas being an old school guy. Those individuals are sought after, which I kind of don't get. Everyone says it's kind of like when I don't know, that might get me blocked, but you know how somebody's in a relationship and they're always saying this is the type of person that I want, but then they never go after that type of person. I am 47, so I'm old, and I also wonder if that is a hindrance. I don't have Snowflake or Airflow or Iceberg on my resume, so I don't think I'm passing. Well, I'm not even getting a phone call or an email to interview. So in the next few weeks, I'm working on, because after I get this homework done and I publish to my tables in this bootcamp, I'm going to be trying to get Airflow installed so I can make my first DAG and have it run and automate, or an update with the SQL, and have it update everything that I need. So, all right. I think I'm going to wrap now, but thank you, Alex, for coming and hanging out and asking some good questions. And I need to keep moving, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be working on some Airtable, and that I can get all of these things solved, and we will go from there. But thank you, everyone, as always, for coming to hang out and watch and ask questions, and I hope you got something out of this and it had some sort of value. And we will see everyone tomorrow. Bye, everyone.